Hi, welcome to Now TV. Welcome to the next segment of Smallville, the movie, the Jonathan Kent years. This segment is called Kent, England. It's a little longer than the other segments, so while I'm still drinking my morning coffee, I thought I would record this before heading out for the day. So without wasting any more time, here we go. Kent, England. Clark says, "Hey, Mom, can I ask you something?" "Where are you?" "She's somewhere in the house." Clark's mother, "Upstairs, dear. I'll be right down." Clark says, "Okay, I'm in the study room. There's something you need to see." There was only silence after that for the next couple of minutes until his mother walked into the room and said, "What is it, dear?" Clark says, "Have you seen or know anything about this?" He showed his mother what he had been looking through, paperwork, including a small stack of newspaper articles and pictures of castles. Clark had never seen any of this before and wondered why his father wouldn't share any information about it. Clark's mother reaches out and takes the newspaper article from Clark's hand and turns it around to look at it. And the second she saw Leeds Castle, her face went white as a ghost. She gasped and sat down before speaking. Clark's mother says, "Leeds Castle? Oh my word. Where did you find this?" And Clark says, "I've been going through my adoption box of papers and other stuff Dad had put in here, and I didn't know what to make of what I've just discovered. All these articles talk about a place called Kent. There are pictures and stories about different castles there." Clark's mother says, "Well, I never knew your father was collecting this stuff either. But you are right, you have the right to ask. Your father and I should have sat you down a long time ago and told you about this. Kent is in England. It is where your dad comes from. His family is English and a very well-to-do family. When your father left home, he decided he wanted to make it in the world on his own instead of taking trust fund money to live. He was sick of the life his family attempted to instill on his soul, and he wanted nothing to do with what most of his family is like. It was a tough choice he had to make, but he clearly thinks he made the right choice. Because look at what he got to show for it. This farm. And us." She smiled at Clark. Clark said, "You mean to tell me Dad's rich? That his family has lots of money? And that I could have had a pair of $300 sneakers every once in a while and a cashmere sweater?" He smiled and laughed, waiting for his mother's reply. Clark's mother, "Yes, I suppose you have the right to poke fun at that a little, because your dad could have asked for his money any time and treated us both to some of the finer things in life once in a while. I can agree that something cashmere would have been quite nice indeed." Clark says, "Wait a minute. This also means that Dad didn't need to sell the quarter section of the land. He could have just called his parents and asked for his trust fund money." "Well, I might love my father, but I'm not afraid to say that that might not have been one of his better decisions." Clark's mother, "You are right, Clark, as usual. You are right. I suppose it was just as easy as that for him to fix the financial problem around here. But we have to look at how old he was and how set in his ways he also happened to be. Is that it? Can I go finish what I was doing upstairs?" Clark says, "Yes, I suppose for the moment you're free to go. But I'm not letting you off the hook that easy. We will talk about this some more later. After all, you are an accomplice in keeping this from me. You could have told me too." Clark's mother says, "Yes, I could have, but I only went there with your father a few times when we were dating, so I feel much the same way your father did, strange and uncomfortable, when I think about those people and their castles." Clark says, "All right, Mom, thanks for cooperating with me. You can tell me more another time when you have more time. Right now I have to get ready for the town fair. Can't figure out what I want to do. I'd love to volunteer to be in the dunk tank, but when I asked about it, I was told someone has already been chosen for it, so I'm not sure what I can do to do my part." Clark's mother says, "Ever thought about just going for the good time? For yourself, Clark? It doesn't make you a bad person, you know. Besides, I'd enjoy the company. But if I'm going to be ready for this, then I too should get back to work. Oh, and one more thing, Clark. Whenever I tried to bring the whole childhood thing up in England, he always said the same thing. It rained a lot." They both laugh. Clark's mother said, "I have no idea what that is supposed to mean, but that is all I can tell you. If something else relevant comes to mind, I will let you know." Clark says, "How about your memories of when you were just dating Dad? You must have met some of his family, and he had to have said some things to you That's the stuff I'd like us to find the time to talk about, but not today. As for today, I would love to go to the fair with you, Mom. Moms are great people to hang out with for such fun. His mother cut him off. When you haven't a date or a table of your own to run, she laughed. It's all right, son. I get it. That's what mothers are for. She got up from her seat and went over to him and gave him a hug and then left the room, with him staring at the box of secret papers that Jonathan never revealed to anyone on time. After his mother left the room, Clark decided to email Lex to hear back from him about the terrible news of the fire that burned down the field owned by them. The story goes that there was no one to be seen in the vicinity at the time he arrived at the site when fire trucks were trying to put it out. He emails him and says, "Hey Lex, it's Clark here. I got into town just a few days ago, enjoyed Thanksgiving with my mom, and of course have also visited the school, where I heard about your ordeal. I just thought I would drop you a line to see how you're doing and ask whether any arrests have yet to be made, or at least do you know who might be suspected? If you want to meet somewhere, just let me know. Take care, Clark." Not even 5 minutes passed when Lex replied. Clark guessed that Lex was sitting at his desk when his email arrived. "Hey Clark, thanks for your concern about the field. You're not going to believe what the investigation found. They said they found a cigarette butt, and that this was the culprit. Imagine that. Someone's careless smoking burned down the field. With the kind of dry, hot weather we get in the summers here, it's not to be a surprise that something so small could cause something so big to happen. Anyway, the investigation's conclusion was that they don't suspect any foul play. But I'm going to pay to see if I can find out whose DNA is on that cigarette butt so I can confront them with the harm their smoking has caused to my life. I'm sure we'll see each other around soon, Clark. I think I will find the time to make an appearance at the fair, so maybe I'll see you there. Take care, Lex Luthor." And that's the end of that segment 4. So I'll be back again for segment 5 soon. Thanks for watching Now TV Canada. The Real Superwoman, or aka the writer of The Real Superwoman, from here in Ottawa. Was it April 11th? All right. Keep watching. It's going to get better.